Okay, good day everyone. My name is Troy Janay Suga, the first reporter of Group 5, Chapter 6, CN 5342. So now let's start. Opportunities of School Community Partnership. Partnership implies two parties helping each other. Both parties benefits. This means that in a school community partnership exists. Those parties benefits from relationship. Thus, in the following paragraph, we shall present what community can do for school and what school can do for community. There are the example of community that can do for school. Number 1, Brigada Eskwela. This program engaged all education stakeholders to contribute their time, effort, and resources in ensuring that public school facilities are set in time for a forthcoming school opening. It takes place more or less the week before class begin in June. This in a school maintenance program that has been institutionalized since 2009 when DepEd issued DepEd Order #100. Number 2, curriculum development. This can be used of community resources for learning. Example, museum. Elders of the community as key informats in research or resource person in the study of local history. So, curriculum development can be defined as a kind of step-by-step process used to create positive improvements in the courses offered in higher education. Number 3, work experience program. Business establishments and offices in the community can serve as training ground for learners. A concrete example of the work immersion requires 2 senior high school students. So in the work immersion, students are given the opportunities to work in relevant establishment or offices in the community to help develop in them and competencies, work ethics, and value relevance to pursuing further education or joining the world of work.
Number 4, remediation and enrichment classes. Parents and retired teachers may be involved in this school reading remediation and learning enrichment program. So in this community group are designed to challenge those students who required it. Usually have a math enrichment group have already to solve advanced problems. Number 5, youth development program. The young may involve themselves to youth development programs and develop their skills and talents. Learn how to deal positivities with peers and adults, and serve as resources of their community. So, youth development program seeks to improve the life of children and adolescents by meeting their basic physical, developmental, and social needs, and by helping them to build their competencies, learning, and needed to become successful adults.
Number 6, community service. Example of community service are students participating in tutorial program, community reforestation programs, cleanup drive for a river, assisting in medical mission. School heads involved planning local celebration, and teacher managing program, project, activity, school band playing in fiesta parade. So, community service is unpaid work performed by person or group of people who will be benefit and betterment in their community without any form of compensation. Community service can be distinct for volunteering since it is not always performed on the voluntary basis and be a compulsory per situation. What can schools do for communities in return? So there are some lists. Classroom use by community organization or meetings. School use as pooling, place and venue for medical mission with it may call sponsor with a rural health unit. School use as an evacuation center, school facility used by community assemblies, school basketball courts used to local celebration and program sports league. School conduct livelihood skill training program for parents and out-of-school youth by using school resources. Livelihood skill training for parents and out-of-school youth by teaching themselves. So the school represents the future. Because of the school, the way they used to dream in their past is totally different nowadays. The school transforms our children, and the school is to be strength of the society. So that's all, and the reporting will be continued. So thank you for listening.
Hi everyone, this is Ivy Faith C. Herrera, so explaining to you the next topic that we need to study is all about learning from the experiences of the school and community partners. So here we need to learn how the school and the community work together, its linkages together, and learn about their experience for being a partner in a society. So here are those concrete example. Number one, the Dimangaga Central School ng Dimangaga, Zamboanga del Sur. So this school has strong school community partnership kasi palaging may nagaganap na feeding program sa lugar na ito that is also maintained by community donors. So isa sa mga donor nila ang Mother Butler Mission Guild, ang Barangay Council, the Office of the Mayor, and also those parents who are concerned who also contributed. They are the one who budgeted the purchase at sila din mismo ang mga nagluluto para sa feeding program na magaganap sa kanilang community. At next na project na ginawa nila ay ang Kiddie Cup classes wherein mismo yung mga otoridad at ang mga pulis na mismo ang nagtuturo sa mga bata doon about sa magandang asal, good manner and right conduct, the addiction sa droga, the child abuse. At syempre, hindi din mawawala ang pagkakaroon ng diskusyon tungkol sa karapatan at kapakanan ng mga bata doon sa kanilang community. Number 2 is the Angel Magic Spot and Project Reach of Prembo Elementary School sa Makati. So, tinatawag din silang PAMS, stand for Prembo Angel Magic Spot. Kasi sila yung nagbo-voluntaryo as environmental steward or sila din yung mismo ang mga estudyante ng Prembo Elementary at tinatawag nilang magic spot ang mga small dam site or mga bakanteng lote ng kanilang barangay kasi they converted it into vegetable garden. So that the members of the community will benefit from it. They could harvest it for home supply, for feeding program, and they also converted it or for cash to purchase another seedling sa kanilang garden. And this PAM brought together all the stakeholders of the school and the community, and it sounds great. So, another effective practice or project happened doon sa Prembo Makati ay tinatawag nilang Project Revitalize Enthusiasms for Assistance to Children of Humanity. Tinatawag nila itong Project Reach. So, each teacher there adopted one student and acted as his or her mentor for the entire school year. So they gave free tutorials, they visit the family of the students, and in some instances, they give the student 10 pesos for daily allowance. So this contributed for Prembo Elementary School. So from 23rd rank in the division achievement test, they zoom up into rank 9. So another thing na project nila is ang Pera sa Panapon. It is a weekly trash market where students, teachers, and parents or other members of the community contributed or invited to bring their recyclable garbage. So this project helped the school to purchase the necessary supplies and to support those students or 2 students na mag-attend doon sa 2010 math competition sa Singapore. See, those schools and community guys are example of a band who work together to support learning, reinforce values and culture to the school that can provide for the students a new learning.
everyone, my name is Kelly Cabezas and I am the third reporter. My topic was all about sociological basis of school-community partnership.
According to functionalist idea, institutions must fulfill their roles in order for society to remain stable. If one institution failed to execute its job for the interest of society, other institutions must step in. The school can't accomplish everything. The African proverb goes, "It takes a village to educate a child." It must collaborate with the community, with the other community institutions such as church, government organization, and non-governmental groups. Schools face a bigger burden in educating a young as a result of the split families or broken families. The major responsibility of parents is to raise and educate their children. The school, the church, and other social organizations step in to help parents and families meet their unavoidable responsibilities. Marriage breakdown. The demand for both mothers and fathers to work to meet the demand of a rising cost of living, resulting in less or practically no time for parents to spend with their children. On the other hand, harm family stability and harm families' performance of their irreplaceable duty to educate their children. Added to this is the growing number of families made up of single women who are attempting to raise a family on their own. Single parents struggle to care for their families because the task of learning is placed exclusively on the shoulder of one parent. As a result of this obligation, they have a limited amount of time to devote to and with their growing and developing children, who sadly are more likely to grow up in single-parent families. The cycle continues. Unrestricted usage of technology by children and teenagers. While technology has provided many benefits, its uncontrolled and unregulated use by tech-savvy children expose these children to a wide range of information that is not always beneficial to their development. As a result, families, schools, and other social institutions must collaborate to save the youth. In conclusion, even if it's reality or virtual, we must collaborate or have a partner to educate children. We can't save children if other institutions didn't execute their jobs to the sake of our society.
Again, my name is Kelly Cabezas.
Hello everyone, my name is Hina Haldinas and I'm going to discuss about the legal basis for parents and community involvement. I'm going to present to you the laws that support school-community partnership. So the first one is the RA 9155 Governance of Basic Education Act Section E10 explicitly states that one of the responsibilities of school heads is establishing school and community networks and encouraging the active participation of teachers' organizations, non-academic personnel of public schools, and parents-teachers community associations. The concern of this is the relationship or connection between the parents and the teachers, not only the teachers but also non-academic personnel. So, the responsibility of the school head is to establish school and community networks and make them the teachers, parents, or personnel involved and participate in the organization. Section 3F of the same Act encourages local initiatives for the improvement of schools and learning centers and to provide the means by which improvements may be achieved and sustained. We encourage local initiatives to develop, enhance, or even make a change in establishments in school and learning centers for the present years and for the next generation, and make them sustainable in every educational institutions. Batas Pambansa Bilang 232, otherwise known as the Education Act of 1982, Section 7 states that every educational institution shall provide for the establishment of appropriate bodies through which the members of the educational community may discuss relevant issues and communicate information and suggestions for assistance and support of the school and for the promotion of their common interest. Representatives from each subgroup of the educational community shall sit and participate in these bodies, the rules and procedures of which must be approved by them and duly published. So in every educational institutions, there will be someone who will represent and be part of appropriate bodies that will discuss the relevant issues and communicate information and suggestions for improvement in addressing issues related to education. Another law, RA 8525, Adapt a School Program Act, also provides for school community partnership. It allows private entities to assist a public school, whether elementary, secondary, or tertiary, but not limited to the following areas: staff and faculty development for training and further education, construction of facilities, upgrading of existing facilities, provision of books, publications and other instructional materials, and modernization of instructional technologies. Private entities can help or assist the public schools for upgrading or construction of buildings or facilities like libraries, laboratories, and provide instructional technologies and different kind of learning materials. Even the Philippine Education for All, or EFA 2015 plan, then a vision and a holistic program of reforms that aim to improve the quality of basic education for every Filipino by end 2015 likewise states. Schools shall continue to harness local resources and facilitate involvement of every sector of the community in the school improvement process. This EFA 2015 plan was extended in education for all beyond 2015 Agenda 2030. Agenda 2030 has 7 new educational targets from 2015 to 2030 that must involve education stakeholders, which in essence is school community partnership. United Nations Educational, Scientific, and Cultural Organization, or UNESCO Assistant Director General for Education Dr. Kian Tang himself admits that Agenda 2030 cannot be realized without schools partnering with community. He said, "Our vision must be more aggressive, more committed, not just involving government, non-government agencies, but all stakeholders." RA 9155 states that partnership between school and community also ensures that educational programs, projects, and services take into account the interests of all members of the community. The schools and learning centers reflect the values of the community by allowing teachers or learning facilitators and other staff to have the flexibility to serve the needs of all learners. Local initiatives for the improvement of schools and learning centers are encouraged, and the means by which these improvements may be achieved and sustained are provided. It only means that the school and community will function better when they support and work as a team. I want to share this African proverb that we always talk about, that it takes a village to educate a child. It means a school cannot educate a child on its own without the help or assistance of social institutions. School and community partnership is important because it means the partnership of school head, teachers, learners, parents of learners, and non-teaching personnel working together with civic and religious leaders, alumni, other parents, non-government organizations, government organizations for the good of children. This has been the report of Group 5, Chapter 6, The Why and How of School and Community Partnership. Thanks for listening.